ecoSpace is an online tool to interactively assemble, explore, and analyze species ecological networks. It is built upon the basic idea that species relationships may be inferred from the co-occurrence patterns in bioclimatic spaces, and that these can be computed from the massive amount of occurrence data available through GBIF. Say you have, for example, a list of species occurring in a particular region. Start by choosing an adequate species pool. This is a dataset that will define the geographic extent and taxonomic coverage of your analysis. If you choose a species pool of a very large region, the patterns you'll find will be at a broad spatial scale. You can also create a new species pool by querying a new dataset from GBIF. Now choose the variables that will be used to compute the species similarities, or check if there's already a computed distance matrix that suits you, which will be faster. Now, since I have a species list, I'll go for the first option and upload the file. And there you are. So, what's this exactly? Well, this is a network where, for each species in my list, the 5 most similar species in respect to the variables I chose are displayed, no matter if they were in my list or not, as well as their second-order neighbors. Species not in list are the open circles. The colors of the nodes depict the network clusters that have been identified by the map equation algorithm for this particular network, and they can be explored hierarchically, just by clicking on any node to subdivide into subclusters. These clusters may be viewed as the biogeographic elements that compose the species list. The size of the circles translates the flow which passes through a given node. In other words, the importance of that node within the network as calculated by the map equation algorithm. What does it mean? We can say that the largest species are those that best characterize the cluster they belong to. They are those species to which a greater number of species is most ecologically similar. One of the most interesting features about ecoSpace is that I can adjust the structural properties of the network on the fly. For example, I may change the number of displayed neighbors, and I can immediately observe the network adapting to its new configuration. Similarly, I can also change the neighbor order up to which I want to expand the nodes. So, if I click on the first order, only the direct neighbors are displayed. I can also change the underlying distance matrix and see how changing the variables affects the network structure. Finally, at any time I can download everything for further use. The network and analysis results as an R object to be opened in the iGraph package, the underlying distance matrix, and an exact copy of the network itself precisely in its current state, as a fully editable vector image that I can open, for example, in Inkscape. But ecoSpace offers much more than just an online network analysis tool. It actually is built upon a powerful Java server which manages all the data entering from GBIF and does all the heavy work by integrating some native code functions within it. This server exposes services for querying and working with network-driven data through a JSON-based RESTful web service API, therefore allowing third-party platforms to take full advantage of all the ecoSpace functionality. Through the API, a programmer can, for example, make a request uploading a full species list and receive back the full network that those species integrate. But even for the common user, ecoSpace offers 2 easy-to-use features to integrate its services in external pages: the ecoSpace widget and the related species widget. Both are simple to integrate in external websites with iframes and offer similar functionality to the ecoSpace front end. Lastly, take some time to try the click and expand interface for an informal ecological exploration of a species pool. Happy ecological explorations!